We're still trying to kill that thing. We're at the briefing room. The space monster hasn't moved from where it was after we retreated. And here I figured it'd be on its way to Novastaric. Sorry, Novastarisk. What's it doing now? It's been collecting, or rather, eating what's left of the Aryons. So it eats metal? Well, that's not great. There's plenty of metal to be found on the battlefield. An ultimate standalone autonomous weapon, with no need for refueling, resupplying, or repairs. It's well suited for prolonged combat. UE headquarters is fairly fortified, but it would be less than ideal for the shelters bulkheads to be literally eaten through. Yep, this is definitely their race, alright. Why they just drop it straight on UE headquarters? Its entry angle must have been altered by Versus attacks, just before it entered the atmosphere. Since it was disguising itself as a meteor, they wouldn't have been able to make any course adjustments on the fly. That's what I was thinking too. We got lucky with it not landing directly on HQ, but it's only a matter of time before it starts moving. Although both Dieturn and Greninzer couldn't bring it down, just what's even going to work on it? Hmm. Captain, the space monster has begun moving towards Novastarisk. How fast is it moving? 12 kilometers per hour. Then it won't reach UE headquarters too soon. That is assuming its speed doesn't increase. Greninzer must be one of its targets. If I act as bait, don't get ahead of yourself, Daisuke. We'll find some way to put an end to this space monster. Right now, we need to buy time to figure out just how we'll do it. Captain, there's something I'd like to request from the UE headquarters. What's that? I need to gather some cats and tanks. Inoperable and train machines will be just fine, just so long as we have a lot of them. Uh-oh, Ino's got a plan. Episode 48, Mythical Escape, and the plan is trying to kill a monster. We gathered the cats, as per the younger Kaizuka's request. We didn't get too many of them, though. More are being transported from UE headquarters. Well, time to see if we can make this a space monster feeding ground. It should need food after it takes enough damage. It's quick fix, but it will buy some time. I say we call this Operation Yamotsu Hirasaka. English, please. It's from a legend written down in the Kojiki, Japan's oldest historical record. Izanagi went to meet the deceased Izanami, but she forbade him from looking at her. Despite that, he still looked at her. Izanami, angered, sent pursuers after him. As he made his escape, Izanagi threw down his hair ornament and his comb, which turned into bamboo shoots and grapes. While his pursuers were busy eating them, Izanagi passed through Yamotsu Hirasaka, the border between this world and the realm of the dead, and finally escaped by throwing peaches at them. Or so the story goes. If I remember right, Izanami was a woman, and Izanagi was her husband, right? That's right. Yeah, it sounds like this was Izanagi's fault for looking when he was told not to. Well, men do have a tendency for that. I'd probably get angry too if anyone other than now saw me without makeup. But just stopping it is going to resolve the real issue. We need something to take out the space monster. We need peaches. Yeah, peaches! The space monster is entering the battlefield. All units, begin the attack. Hit that monster so hard it works up an appetite. Oh yeah, we're gonna kill you. I'm gonna murder you, Mecha Gilgigan. We'll put it on auto real quick. There's nothing to do. Still not moving. We got Kyung on still. Oh, it starts attack. Dang, Greninja actually dodged that. So we'll just slowly kill it again, and again, and again. There we go, that should settle this. He's certainly a sturdy one, but with this... Alright, it started eating. But isn't it chowing down kind of fast? Damn. Looks like he's already wanting seconds. Multiple energy sources approaching from 2 o'clock. It's the Meganoids. Why now? You look like you're in the middle of something, Banjo Haran. Ben Mail, so you were still wandering around here? Good. Eat him. With your boy back. With your boy Ben May back. Let's see. After all the times we beat him, he still shows up? This works out, actually. Huh? Now, hand your mechs over to me quietly. Could we interest you in a monster instead? It's from space, you know. Quite rare. Hmm? I was wondering what you might be offering me. Sure, I'll lend you a hand. Oh. But that tasteless hunk of junk has no place in my collection. Ah, that figures. The reward from the monsters just now. The only thing I want are your mechs. I'll make some lovely miniatures with them. Well, if he's not here to help the monster, then that makes it easier for us. Everyone, try to leave the Meganoid mechs as intact as possible when you shoot them down. Of course. More wreckage to feed our space monster, right? Exactly. Let's get to it. Heh. So we just gotta ignore him. Let's take down Ben Mill first. Okay, it's just the simple stuff. So we took down everything over there. We should be good to go. Because luckily they don't do any damage really against our units. Yeah, there's one for each and every one of them to kill. I'm surprised they don't... Well, then again, every game, whenever a Mecha Gilgigan appears, almost everyone does like a super attack thingy. You know, everybody combines their attacks to kill the thing as soon as it appears. It's kind of the gimmick between Mecha Gilgigan. And that's game on that one. And the next turn, the next one dies. Then we just take down that one over there. Yeah. Stomp that thing, die turn. Dang, you suck, die turn. Yeah, might as well. And then Yuki and then should unlock their weapons. It does a pretty good chunk of weakening at least. Oh. Let's see what missile is. Really? That's all? use the regular attack for now to break him. Oops. Ah, well, let's see what it is. We don't need to see the Screw Crusher punch. Dang it. So I keep on attacking. He really wants Grenadier dead. And he's done for. Ugh. How dare you do this to me? I'm adding your mechs to my collection for sure next time we meet. You know, for once, I wouldn't mind if he came back immediately. The space monster started eating the wreckage. We bought us some time then. Let's head back to UE headquarters and come up with our next course of action. Huh. Let's see what we can do. That was just weird, but oh well. Alright, so we're back at the briefing room. This is the latest data we required for the on the space monster. From video analysis, we've determined that it takes at least 10 seconds for it to fully recover from sustained injuries. So if we pile on more damage during that time, then we can defeat it? That's inconclusive. I want you to listen to this, please. I recorded it earlier. It's a space monster's roar. That was the roar. It made when Ben Mill attacked it while it was eating, and this is the roar. This is the sound it made while it was recovering. The first one is a higher pitch, almost like it's screaming. Exactly. I determined through vocal analysis that it's not only higher pitch, but it's harsher too. Its frequency is more violent, the kind of harshness a human has on screaming. It's the kind of noise that's harder to be drowned out by others. Put simply, the kind used to signal that one is in danger. And it made that noise after being attacked while it was eating, in the middle of regenerating. That means it had an effect on it. But can we say for sure that has the same meaning for it as it does for people? Since it's a creature capable of vocalizing, it should have some means of communicating danger to its companions, and logically speaking, a scream is the best way to convey that. I see. Then we can conclude the damage dealt to it while it was recovering will be more effective. Still though, even with Grenadier die turn 3, we don't possess the firepower necessary to take that monster down. So there's nothing we can do then? No, there is. Like what? We can get the Martian Knights to help us. Yeah, that's not happening. But let's see. I'm sorry to have to ask for your help a second time, Salem. Think nothing of it. A monster from space running amok is a threat to us all. I'm sure any compassionate Martian Knight will come to our aid. It's unlikely that the Martian Knights will help us. The ones that want to hide the fact that Princess of Salem is still alive probably won't allow this transmission to spread. But the Martian Knights don't act as one, and we need to exhaust every avenue we have here. Then if you would. My name is Salem Verse Lucia, first Princess of Verse and granddaughter of Emperor Ray Regalia Verse Ravers. Dear God, it's such of an annoying name. I speak now to the people of Verse. At this time, the Earth is threatened by a monster from space sent by the Vegan Empire. Its power is so great that it will one day become a danger to Verse itself. And so I plead to all compassionate Martian Knights. Please lend us your aid so we may slay this beast from outer space. Yeah, that's not happening. You should all know that never will happen because, you know, they're evil. You know this by now. So yeah, nah. This ain't ever gonna happen. Alright, now back to the vegan stuff. Or vegan stuff. It seems that soon, Captain Gorman will be ready to attack Renizer's companions from above. He's being rather hasty about it. Any movement from Vers? None. It seems they're content merely watching for now. So they witness the power of Mecha Gilgigan and yet choose to pay it no mind? As it stands, Captain Gorman is going to be the one taking credit for this. Send out our own troops. We need to prove that we participated in this operation as well. Yes, sir. Back at the landing castle. The Vegan Empire's forces are gathering above Novostarsk. It's only a matter of time before they begin their descent. Any word from Ben Mel? None, sir. That monster's capabilities are unknown to us. There's no telling how it may interfere with us in the future. We need to ensure it's removed from the stage. But we also make preparations to take down Novostarsk ourselves. We cannot afford any uncertainties while a third party is in play. And there's one more worry to be concerned with. Back at the Duke Alliance corridor. Captain, a word? Make it brief. We're in the middle of an operation. Actually, I have something to show you. This should really have remained confidential, but what is it? It's Lieutenant Mardo's Mecha records. Consider it my prescription to you. Why are you giving this to me? You'll understand when you take a look at them. Excuse me. Lieutenant Mardo's. At the bridge. The Martians haven't so much as budged. Guess we had to take care of the monster on our own after all. Based on its present speed of consumption, it should be finished eating in about 2 hours. We got any more snacks on the way? They're being loaded onto the ship. It should be done in 30 minutes. Spreading our scrap iron feed from above with the Duke Alliance should work for now, but there's a good chance the Martians or the Vegans are going to come down on our heads. Transmission from UE headquarters. The Vegan Empire has gathered a large force above Novostarsk. Speaking of, what are the orders from HQ? We're to cease the loading operation and intercept the Vegan forces at high altitude. But what if the monster starts moving again during that time? The Duke Alliance will launch immediately. Captain, Guardians has taken off. No one's authorized that. Lieutenant Maruto? I'd like to formally instate you as unit commander. To keep that tragedy from ever repeating. Roger that. Let's do this. At the hangar. Why did Asuka go off on his own? Prior to distract both the space launch from the Vegan Empire, giving the Duke Alliance time to disperse the scrap iron. I'm not so sure that'll work on the space monster. I see you were thinking the same thing. What do you mean? If Predator was one of the monster's targets, then would have been prioritizing it during the battle. The same could be said for UE headquarters. Which means? It means this thing could be acting on nothing but instinct. I see. So that's why it takes its time meeting. It could be the Vegan Empire doesn't have full control over it. Probably. It is evil after all. Now, is there some way we can use that to our advantage? I think we have a simple solution. Something to put out this metaphorical fire. If it's what I think, then that'd be leaving it up to chance. If luck isn't on our side, then we're just gonna fail somewhere else down the line anyways. We just need to buy ourselves time for it. Now let's go. He's really relying upon our team. Wow. Stupid billionaire. Episode 49. A single, simple solution. Basically getting the Divine Doers there to murder it. Over here. I bet you want to spy the Space Alloy Gren, don't you? If I can just lure him upwards, that should keep the Vegan Empire from launching their assault. Come on, after me. Why isn't it moving? The Duke Alliance. Everyone. The space monster isn't targeting you specifically. All it's acting on is raw instinct. Then, it'll only move from this spot if it runs out of food or we make it. Either way, don't go off running on your own. I'm sorry. Die turn 3 and Gurneys are to ascend and engage the Vegan Empire. The Duke Alliance will follow and provide backup once we've dispersed our monster feed. Understood. Oh, just a moment. The Vegan forces at high altitude have come under attack by the Martians. They must have heard Princess of Salem's speech. Now his plan came through. That's unexpected. They shouldn't have been able to head towards UE headquarters given the circumstances. Well, I'm not looking to give the horse in the mouth. All units, buy us time to spread the feed. Give that beast a beating and keep it from moving. Yeah! It's not 70% though. I'll just do some autos for a bit. Okay, that's enough. Dear God, its HP increased. In fact, what are the necessaries, or what's it called? Nah, that's all the usual. Dang, if only we can use SSR attacks on this thing. It'd be pretty funny. Yeah, as I thought, terrain does nothing here. Of course it's gonna attack Greninja. Also known as Goldenrock. It's almost through. It's almost dead. So they're gonna wait for the Divine Doers to appear, looks like. And that should take its shield out. Actually, what is this thing's speed? At 435. It's even slower than the biggest of your mechs, actually. Because Dieturn at least is 450. Yeah, even Dieturn's faster than that thing. That's just funny. Oh. The monster's recovered its damaged parts. Now she won't focus on eating. Let's spread the scrap while we can. Uh-oh. Gah. It didn't stop. If anything, it's even more aggressive. Looks like it's wised up. Captain, if it heads for UE headquarters now, it'll be bad. All we can do is damage it again. But if its stamina is recovered as well, then... Two high energy sources approaching 12 o'clock. It's the Rock High 11 Diocienis! Huh? Oh, thank God. Thank God the boys are here. We love you guys. They're up. They're back. Thank God. I can't believe it. Lano Bell's timing is impeccable. Just what I was banking on. Wait, so this is what you're talking about putting out the fire? With Lano Bell's combined firepower, they ought to be able to blow this creature to smithereens. Simple, right? The Wanderer now said this was leaving it up to chance. That's barely even a plan. Sure it is. I was confident we had luck on our side. Was Banjo seriously just going to try and hold out until Lano Bell got here? I believe I can see the situation for myself. Captain Magbridge. Do you know of any way to defeat this monster? Yes, we're sending the data to you now. Inaho, you give the orders. I'm sure you've got something thought up already. Copy that. Captain Bright, please provide us the time necessary to make the preparations. Understood. Layla, analyze the data on your end. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we got Layla now. Forgot about that. Honestly, she's one of the better design Code Geass characters. Send the advanced team out at once. Let's murder this thing. Of course, Devilman goes first. Don't worry, we will murder everything. That's the goal right now, is to murder them all. Well, I just thought about that. Greninja's really 550 speed? But it still sucks. Let's just keep on then. Dang, it's still gonna keep on aiming for something. Yeah, start using Devilman because Devilman's cool. Soon we'll have our units being able to attack. Oh, yeah, it's my unit. Hmm. Was yeah, the attack he used to kill Jinmen. Oh yeah, time to attack. No, we just finished off with our regular in-story units because, you know, storyline stuff. Yep, this is it. Begin the attack just like we planned. Have you selected the units, Lieutenant Colonel Katsuraki? It's all set. You guys pull out. Roger. It's up to you now. Layla, you conduct the attack following Inaho's suggestion. Me? You're the one that chose members to use after shifting through the data. You handle this. Right. Send out the units. Start with using the Marathon's two-way arable cannon to punch a hole through the target point. Roger. Meg, remember you're not able to use the cannon's full functions yet. And there's that chance that we haven't had the chance to perform any testing. Be careful. Right. Launch the two-way arable cannon. The USSR. Oh boy, I like this. Get it, get it, got it. Using HPV. Got it. This is going straight through. Follow up with a concentrated attack on the point where the shot went through. Roger. Eat this. Fire blaster. Thunder break. Super electromagnetic spin. Grand fire. Get up. Bye. The space monster was completely wiped out. They did it. That's some firepower, alright. Were you the one to pick the members for that team? No. All I did was tell them to have their super robots attack. Ah, I see. The new girl must have thought Psycho Gundam was one of them. Is it not? It's fine. Its size and firepower pretty much makes it look like one. You made the right call. That's funny. She thought, so Layla thinks that Psycho, well now she doesn't probably, but she thought Psycho Gundam was a super robot. That's just funny. Back at the Vegan Empire. It can't be. They defeated Mecha Gilgigan. No one could have expected the other worlders to appear now of all times. But now, King Vega, don't fret. Thanks to Captain Gorman, we no longer have to worry about making excuses to him. Why is that? The enemy defeated the trump card King Vega handpicked himself. Once he's made aware of that, he will surely recognize their strength. And Captain Gorman was the one in charge of this operation. We have done nothing wrong. He, however, will have to apologize profusely to try and retain his standing. I see. But no matter how strong those other worlders may be, it makes no difference. If we don't defeat them, even if we have to use Verse to do so, it will still be our necks on the line. The Rocket Land Bridge. I see. So you came to our world to verify the situation. Thanks for coming to save the day. Which is why we... Oh, sorry. Of course. But it looks like the situation here hasn't changed much. Which is why we have a request to make. Would you help us get Princess Salem's message to Verse? To strike a truce with them, I imagine. That's right. We want to go into space and seize the communication facility under Verse's control. That means facing the landing castles and Martian knights within satellite orbit. We'll need to be prepared. Right. We need to gather the people we have scattered across the parallel worlds. That's Captain Bright for you. Preparing for every eventuality. I need to take a page from your book sometimes. Unfortunately, there are time restraints to consider. While it'd be nice to be perfectly prepared, reality forces us to make compromises. First, I'd like to receive a detailed report on the current situation before anything. Understood. Our ship will be returning to UE headquarters in Nova Starisk. And you? We'll join you. I'd like to speak to the leaders of the United Earth Forces. Understood. Ironically, if I remember correctly, back then, Banjo and Bright, I think they had the same voice actor. Don't correct me on that, but that's the funny part with them reacting. It's like they're talking to themselves. He's talking to himself. But that'll be it for now. I'm just thankful it's over. Real quick, I'll show a little sneak peek of what Part 8 looks like. Because Part 8 will be the last of Zaldan's translations that he did on the DD Discord. I'll be doing my own, basically. So let's see what the 8th one is. Ooh. The M9D Falk. Daltanius. G with the... Okay. And, what's it called? And the Altair. Nice. That'll be it for now. Thank you all for watching. Until the next part, goodbye.